Okay, good afternoon, student. Welcome to the session on solid modeling and drafting. And we are at the end of the unit one. So we are closing this particular unit, and we are at last topics. So I welcome you all, and we'll wait more 2-3 minutes to all students to join. This will be very interesting session that I really promise, because we are now going to work on, or will start working on using 3D modeling software also from this session. So at the end of the session, I'm going to tell you which software we are able. See, in our campus we have Creo as a licensed copy, and also we have CATIA for 3D modeling softwares. But as the pandemic is on, installation of that software and you coming physically here and practicing in the lab is not that much possible. So what we have did is we have did some survey at our end, and we have started using new 3D modeling softwares. So at the end of the session I will tell you which are the softwares, how to install it. You need to have your ID card, college ID card, to be scanned, so that you can able to download that copy. So all the instruction related to that will be tell you in the last part of the lecture. So yes, we are starting. I think yes, 67 students joined. So dear student, I really welcome you on this particular unit, solid modeling and drafting, and we are continuing with our first unit, that is fundamental of 3D modeling. So modeling is again, as I told you, a part or assembly, and we are created in the by using other computer. We have created that. That is basically a drawing created in the computer. And in last lecture, we have already seen. Uh, the product life cycle, CAD tools used in product life cycles, and various modules, application of solid modeling softwares, and its use in PLM. But what I came to know is, you know, where we are. So this is one thing that I have created for all of you. So this might be the question you all people are dealing with. What I think solid modeling is only a theory, and I am not much excited to learn, as I am good at numerical. So some people may be at a place, yes, this is true, I'm really not excited because I'm good at numerical. Some may be saying, no sir, I'm excited, I can learn this 3D modeling software. And few of you are might be in the domain, what is this, what is exactly happening, what is sir is talking about, what is this 3D modeling? Because yes, to link up in this particular form, we are not habitual. So yeah, so first poll is basically on that, so that I just know what the states of your mind is right now. So about this solid modeling, how we are going, how we are able to completing the solid modeling or not, how the things will go, is the software is free or not, or is there in a numerical or not, is theory only, theory is there? Because last six lecture you are just hearing the theory by Professor NV Patil or me, and this is the state of your mind. So I just want to take this survey, okay. So one poll question I am floating, so I will get the idea whether at what position you all people are right now. So Professor Patil, can you please launch the first question, so that we get the idea of what is happening in students mind.
Question is on your screen.
Okay. So good. You people are at least, so we should congratulate us that we should keep some hope of learning the solid modeling. That zeal is there. So at least 50%, more than 55% of the audience are interested in that. And some of they are, yes, we are good at numerical. That's okay. That is also a good place to stand. And yes, there are the 20% of the people who are thinking ki, what is happening, what is exactly this, what we have learned, what is this is maybe because you are not more attentive, you are not more interesting, or maybe you are having something other things you are dealing with. So that's all the positions you are at a safe, you are at okay position, no issue, because from today onward we are going to see, we are actually dealing with the software, we are actually looking at the software also, and before that we are just concluding the things. So I think 75 people voted. Okay. uh, so yeah, thank you very much for your poll. So yes, you are excited, more than 60% are saying that we are interested to learn more. So thank you very much for that. And all other people will definitely see how these things will go further. Okay, thank you very much for the understanding. So yeah, students, we already seen this product life cycle, CAD tools, scope of CAD softwares, computer aided design, these features, requirement and application. Also, we'll see today this 3D modeling approaches, how the 3D models actually constructed or created, and what is the basis, what are the three approaches for that. So primitive, features and sketching approaches is there. We already covered this, but I am going to touch a few of the part today. What is geometric modeling, and what is their type? How this particular geometric modeling look likes in the softwares. In yesterday's lecture, we have seen the difference between wireframe modeling, surface modeling, and solid modeling. In wireframe modeling, if you remember, we use only the line and curves. In surface modeling, to construct the to create the model, we use surfaces, so that things can be created. And in solid modeling, we use the primitives or basic structure solid. So this is and their advantages and disadvantages in terms of analysis we already seen in yesterday's lecture. So today we'll be focusing on these modeling strategies also, what how the modeling strategies to be formed, how it is resemble in a professional life. Then we are going to see one more important thing about model viewing. Model viewing is what how we can view that particular model, and what is VRML. So this is the next part that we are going to see. So student, will start from today's session. Okay, so today we are going to discuss these 3D modeling approaches. So 3D modeling approaches is again for software. Okay, this is the approach for us to create a 3D model. Okay, and right now there are various CAD CAM systems available to create the solid model. Okay, I have a list of more than 20 plus softwares. I will show you that in the last part of this session. So 20 plus softwares are there, and they are having different approaches to create the solid model. Now today we are going to look at a this is the first model. What is the primitive approach for creating the 3D model or solid model? So see, while all CAD CAM system create parametric solid model, CAD designer can create model in different way. We identify three modeling design that can be chosen to create the solid model. They are primitive types or primitive approach, feature based or feature based approach, and sketching. So these are the approaches to create a solid model in a software. So what is the existence of the three approaches is attributed to the evaluation of solid model over the year. The early solid modeler provided only primitive approach. Primitive approach means primary, you can say the primary or basic approach. As science and technology advances, features along with primitives becomes available, and further it is leading to sketching. Okay, this is the third approach. So you need to remember the three approaches for creating a solid, and that are primitive approach, feature based approach, and sketching approach. So what is primitive approach? Primitive approach is basically a views in a solid model as a combination of simple, generic, and standard shapes that can be combined. So what is primitive approach is a simple, generic, and standard shapes. So what are the direct standard shapes available in the software? It can be a block or box, it can be a cylinder, it can be a sphere, it can be a cone, wedge, or torus. So generally these are the solid or primitive available for creation of solid model on the base by the use, like here suppose this is I have created a sphere or a block is there or box is there. So by using this simple generic and standard shape, and when by using the by using various combine a combination of all these shapes, we create a model. That approach is basically a primitive approach. These primitive approach are combined using Boolean operation like union, subtraction, and intersection. Means you can add that to a model, we can subtract, or you can have intersection between them. So we cover primitive and Boolean approaches in further things. So this is a primitive approach. In this slide, I have created a primitive approach for all of you. Second approach we are going to see is a feature-based approach. Now, what is feature-based approach? So here, feature-based approach. Okay, the feature approach is similar to primitive approach. Now, what is primitive approach? Primitive approach is basically creating a part using a primary standard parts. Okay, it replaces primitive with feature, that is an embedded Boolean operation in the feature definition. Means what? See here, this there are various features available in the 3D modeling software. Feature like hole, feature like fillet, feature like array, feature like radius. So all these features can be added on the primitive component, and we can create the model. So here you can see create the block using. So once you have created a block, so block is something you can consider any rectangular shape that is created. Okay, and on this block, if we are creating a hole, okay, so this is what is exactly tells in this particular primitive sorry feature based modeling is on this particular block. When we create a this cylinder, and when we drag that, we can actually do this in a two way. One is you can create a cylinder, you can drag that downside, and then you can use subtraction operation so that on this particular rectangular block you can create a cylinder. This is one approach by using like one approach for creation of solid model. Another is you can use create a block using block feature and use hole as a feature. Hole is again similar thing, circle. Okay, no need to, this will be like assigned with some standard references. Like suppose this is the two references we can create. We can give the center point of this, we can give this x dimension and y dimension, and we can drag this hole as per our requirement. And also we can drag the radius of this particular circle, and we can do forward or backward you can say extrusion, so that hole is directly created. So what is actually happening here in the feature based modeling is we are adding hole as a feature, and we are creating that solid. So this is called a feature based model. Okay, generally for practicing we use all three things. Okay, but in primitive is generally we are using standard things, standard solid. In feature based we are using only the features. And in next part we are going to see is sketching based model, and this is very important approach of in the all. The sketching approach is similar to the feature approach with one change, that is instead of using predefined shape only, so there are predefined shape like hole and rib. I have already talked about hole and ribs. So these are the predefined shapes available in the any CAD software. But in feature-based modeling, it allows CAD designer to create more elaborate and more general feature starting from the sketch. So by using sketch, you can say environment, we can create various sketches as per our requirement. And this include extrusion, this include revolution, linear and non-linear sweep, lofts, spirals, and helicals. Okay, so these are the sketching component. So I just want to tell you one thing. If I want to design a pipe, consider I want to create one particular pipe, okay, in whatever the way. Now this particular pipe can be designed just by creating a circle, and one part one whatever the one you can say path is given to that particular circle. So what is this sketching allow us is to choose this particular axis as a reference and this circle as a our you can say the whole pipe diameter, and this particular thing is can be dragged around along this particular path, and that pipe can be generated. So this is the approach in the sketching. Means what? In the sketching we are free to create a general feature, and we can extrude that thing. Extrude means adding material to the sketch. Right now this is thing with no material, but we can add a material in the case of solid modeling. You can add a surface in the case of surface modeling, or you can do revolution. Revolution I already told you about in yesterday's lecture. Revolution means suppose one axis is there, horizontal axis is there, and I have created a part like this. Suppose any part is created. Okay, now once you revolve this particular around this sketch around along this axis, you can this particular thing can be get revolved around this axis, and a sketch can be generated. So this is how the revolution command works in 3D modeling software. So all these sketches, in this case what is primary feature is the sketching is important. Okay, and then sweep is there, loft is there, spirals are there, helicals are there. These are the more sketching feature we are going to see in the very basic things in the sketching feature. Oh, so CAD designer uses 2D operation to sketch a region or a cross section. So here we have seen this particular thing as a region, or this particular thing as a sketch or a cross section, followed by 3D operation. So 3D operation is extrusion or various feature. So this is the third and very important approach in the 3D modeling software is sketching. Okay, so you need to remember out of these uh, three approaches, the sketching approach is most commonly used because it combines the best of all the three. It allows creation of many more feature than feature based approach. It also enable CAD CAM to uh, enable CAD CAM vendors to increase the modeling domain of their system without having a predefined and store many feature in the system library. So student, these are the three important feature that we have discussed. So I want you to answer the questions. So I think question number 2, can you just launch that question? Select correct modeling approach for creation of solid model by the designer. So this is multiple choice question. One or all can be the correct answer. So one or all answer can be correct. So you need to select correct modeling approach for creation of so whether it is primitive, whether it is parametric, whether it is feature based, or whether it is sketching approach. So it is multi correct answers choice. So if you seen the screen properly, you could able to know what is the actual or correct answer for this particular questions. What is the modeling approach used in CAD CAM? And the correct answer for this is most of your writing primitive is the approach, feature is approach, sketching is approach. But remember, though all these things are correct, we already seen the parametric approach is also one approach that is used by few of the softwares. Okay, so yes sir, we can stop the poll. only 76%, 77% student voted. So I need you all people, please, be attentive. So the right answer for this is all four approaches are the correct approach. Okay, like select correct modeling approach for creation of solid model by the designer. So once designer is there, he can actually primitive, like based on the standard component. Parametric approach is a based solid created by using a parameter. Like I just want to define this parametric approach for all of you so that it is very clear for you. Suppose you have created uh, a nut you want to create, right? So this is the nut, this is the diameter of that particular nut, and then this is the length. Now, what is parametric approach is you define one diameter or one dimension of this, you can say, component, and based on that, other component can automatically be created. Like suppose this is the D is the dimension, then this is 4D, and this particular dimension is considered point D only. So you need to give one input and other inputted other dimension can be automatically calculated. So this is the parametric based feature modeling. Means one parameter you give as the input, other all actually calculated as per the standard. And this is very popular approach in the industry also, because this is like one parameter you give and on the, but this is only useful in the standard component where you give the input and other standard things that get calculated. So all the four parameter designers generally use. Okay, primitive, parametric, feature, and sketching. But out of these, most extensively used, that we'll see in the next thing. Okay. So next part of this, this is something important about the sketching approach. If you see in the next last lecture, last session, the sketching approach is widely used in the industry. What is the basic behind this is, as we can create any free drawing and we can use, or that free drawing can be converted, or freehand drawing can be converted into 3D model very easily. So what are the different steps? Okay, if you need to create or use sketching approach, first is select or define a sketch plane. So as all of you are knowing, we can have three, you can say, planes: x, y, z, and xz plane. Okay, so you need to define a sketch plane where you are creating that particular product. So this is the first step in sketching approach. We need a sketch plane to sketch the geometry. So whatever the geometry you are creating, you may create a circle, but you need some reference as a datum. Maybe that is a front horizontal plane or vertical plane, or any other plane, but that plane or that reference or that datum is very much needed. So you need to define that as a sketch plane, and then sketch plane control the orientation of the sketch geometry in 3D modeling. So this is first step. Then once you define that plane, you create a profile on that. This profile is typically a cross section of 3D model. So we have seen how we can create the 3D model. We actually create a typical cross section, or we create a freehand sketch and we convert that into 3D model. Okay, so this is the second step, where in 2 dimension, you can say, profile is created in the sketch feature. We wish to construct this profile. Typically can be a curve, a line or arc or a chamfer. Okay, the sketch geometry resides in the currently active sketch plane. Then we modify the sketch dimension and update the sketch. What is this particular thing means? We give the appropriate dimension, because whatever the sketch you created, whatever the by default dimensioning are there available with the software itself, that dimension is getting attached to that sketch. But we need a proper dimension for our sketch, so that can be modified in this third step, and we update that sketch. We modify the dimension that reflect as a final dimension. It is also there is one step in previous software. a weak dimension and a strong dimension is one concept. Weak dimension is like whatever you have created. So whatever the dimension on the sketch is created, that attached dimension are called weak dimension because it is created by system itself. Okay, but once you convert that dimension as per our standard, like I want to construct a rectangle of suppose 40 by 20 length and width. So by default we choose 2 point rectangle. In AutoCAD we already practiced this, and in AutoCAD we have seen the dimension is also created, but the first dimension that is created are called weak dimension, and once we modify that dimension it becomes strong dimension or final dimension. So this is the third step of sketch. And then once that feature is created, we apply any 3D operation such as extrusion or other feature. So this is the very important feature or steps about the sketching. So the sketch plane, then we select the sketch plane we select or define in step 1 sets the orientation of the finished model in the 3D space. For example, if we select front plane, the 2D profile will sketch in 2 steps. So today we are going to see this also about what kind of planes are available and which plane we need to select. There is always a choice for you, whatever the plane you select, maybe top plane, maybe front plane, or maybe side plane you can select. But depending on the geometry and depending on the strategy, depending on the approach you are using, you can select any appropriate plane. There is no thumb rule that you should select front plane or top plane or side plane to create a model. So it's all depend on how your model is actually placed and how you can work on the different feature. So based on that, you can select the sketch plane as per your requirement. Okay, then the next topic I am talking about that already we have covered in the last lecture also about the, so I am not going to go more detail about this, is basically types of geometric modeling. So there is no difference between geometric modeling, solid modeling, or 3D modeling. All are the same thing. Okay, only names are changed. So you can refer geometric modeling as a 3D modeling, or it is also called solid modeling. So what are the different type? The 2.5 extrusion, axis symmetrical type, composite type, and 3D objects. So in last lecture we already seen that, but I just want to create one thing about you is 2.5 model. So 2.5 dimensional models are one that have uniform cross section and thickness in the direction perpendicular to the plane of the cross section. So what is this particular thing mean is, like suppose this is the top plane of any feature, and if we add material in the horizontal fashion or in this in vertical fashion, okay, across the sketch, then this particular model is called 3.5 dimensional model, where they have uniform cross section and a thickness in the direction perpendicular to the plane of the cross section. Axis symmetrical model are also falls under this category. Axis symmetrical means what? Suppose you want to create a flower pot or a bucket. So what is this? How you can able to create? You create this feature, okay, and around this axis, if you revolve this particular thing, the bucket or the other whatever the thing whatever the sketch you have created, it get created. So this model is also comes under 3.5 model dimension category. Bucket, or you can say flower pot, or any gearbox or some planes are there, or some pipe design can be done by using this. So all these called axis symmetrical models. Model that are made up of 2.5 dimension feature also falls in this category. However, just to distinguish them, we call them as uh, composite 2.5 dimension model. So model under this axis symmetrical category can also be called composite models. Okay, so what is 2.5 dimension model? The in the next PPT you will see the diagram, so that it will be very clear what is 3-dimensional model, what is combination of both, what is 2.5 dimensional model. So 2.5 dimensional modes are simple to create and use simple commands such as extrude or revolve. So what you when you are creating 2.5 dimension model, you are using only extrude command. Extrude is adding material on the surface, okay, in a simple in a perpendicular direction to the chosen plane, and revolve is revolving around the axis. Okay, the creation of 2.5D model follows two steps. First, we create the model cross section, and second, we extrude the cross section. So this is a simple step for the 2.5 extrusion or 2.5 model. So next is the actual diagram. So here you can see this. We already seen this in the last lecture also. So this is the rectangular rectangular surface is there. On this surface we have just extrude this on a vertical line, and we have created this. So this is called uniform thickness model, where a sketch is created, a sketch is generated, and it is added a vertical same thickness. This is also 2.5D model. Along this particular axis, this particular profile is generated. Once this profile is generated, it can be revolved. And very interesting thing is, you can revolve around 90°, 80° or 180°. So you can drag that particular icon and you can add material as per your requirement. So this is called axis symmetrical model. And this is composite model. Means what? Here you can see, you can divide this particular part into two things, and one is like this is one part and this is another part. So this is called 3D object or composite model. And these are the 2.5 dimensional model where cross section is uniform. Now next is, then what is 3D model? How we differentiate 2.5 dimensional model from the 3D model? So very simple terminology or definition for this is, 3D model are the one that do not have uniform cross section and or do not have constant thickness. So this is only the difference. Now you can see from this, suppose this is the circle that we have chosen, and you can see along this direction the thickness is also varying and the cross section is also varying. So what is 3D model? Are one that do not have uniform cross section in third dimension and or do not have constant thickness. Similarly, you can imagine this particular, you can see the cross section and it is actually moving or varying along this direction. So how we can differentiate 2.5 extrusion with 3D model is, in 3D model it do, it it is not having any uniform cross section or not having any constant thickness. This is only the difference. Generally a question in the exam may be asked, write the note on this 2.5 extrusion model, axis symmetrical model, composite model, and 3D model. So this is given in the syllabus, so I need to cover this, and that's why we have covered. And this will also understand you about the various concepts for the modeling. Okay, so next part, this is a simple assignment. So a pin is created, and the thing that I am talking about is the, see, this is the sketch. You need to create only this much sketch in the sketcher mode, only this much sketch with proper dimension. Once you create this, okay, automatically you will have this final output. So this is very simple. The command you are using here is revolve command. So this particular cross section get revolve around this particular axis, and we'll have this final object. So this kind of assignment are there as a part of our practical. So first we'll work on the sketch, various constraints on the sketch, and once we are mastering this, we are actually practicing these kinds of models. So this is just a simple assignment. You just need to know this is something you need to create. So what is the first step for that is to choose a sketch plane, maybe front plane, top plane, or side plane. Create a sketch, okay, like this. Here the dimension are mentioned 0.50, 0.50, 1.0, and 3.00. And whatever the sketch you have created, you need to revolve around the axis. So you need to choose the axis that in some cases that axis is not shown. So you need, when you practicing this particular thing in the 3D software, you are able to view the axis, select the appropriate axis. Unfortunately, if you are choose some other axis, maybe suppose some other axis is there, so the revolution is not takes place, then error will be there. Or you choose some other axis parallel to this axis also, then the size and the shape we are expecting is not there. So these are the few things you need to take care while creation of the solid modeling. Okay, so this is something which is very relevant for creation of this that I have created. So these are the types and how we are going to do various modeling that is explained here. So before we go to the modeling strategy, Professor Patil, can you float the question? Next polling question. The next question is, yes, create the question, sir. Hope students are taking some interest. The question is, select one which is not primitive. Patil sir, can you create the question for me? Because I am not able to see that.
Question is on screen, sir.
Okay. So you need to select which is not primitive feature. Okay. Means a standard shape is not there. So yeah, I'm sure most of you are not used the CAD package or CAD software. But generally these are very standard things. So which of these is not a primitive feature that you need to answer? So whether it is a cone, whether it is cylinder, whether it is a triangle, or whether it's a sphere. So once you practicing various CAD software, you are able to answer this. But as we already discussed few of the primitive feature in the session itself, you need to answer this. What is the thing that we have not discussed? Have you discussed cone or seen the cone can be created using 3D model? Cylinder can be created, whether triangle can be created or not, or sphere. So you need to answer appropriately. I will. Primitive is the basic feature for creation of solid modeling, and generally cone, cylinder, these are the primitive feature. You have already seen even donut shape model already seen in the CAD, AutoCAD also. Okay, so yes, only 71% student voted. This is not a good sign. I want more people to vote for this. The correct answer is yes. Triangle is not the primitive feature, though it can be created using Sketch, but it is not readily available with the most of the standard feature. So these are the standard feature available. Cone, cylinder, sphere is generally available with most of the CAD modeling or CAD softwares, but triangle is generally not available as a 3D you can say 3D model. Okay, so the correct answer is triangle, and more than 43% student gave the correct answer. So yes, now we are moving toward the next part, that is modeling strategy. So what is the modeling strategy we are talking about? So as a CAD software is complex and required training and understanding. So most of you are at least came to know that it is required a training, and it required understanding the philosophy of various principles, basically various design principle. It should consider complex engineering model tool like other software, that is CFD, that is computational fluid dynamics, or FEA, that is finite element analysis. So CAD CAM is also having some standard principle, and everyone as an engineer, mechanical engineer, as a designer, CAD designer, we must know what is the strategy we need to follow. So what is basically the efficient use of CAD system being with developing a modeling strategy. A modeling or strategy is sequence of thought about the best, easiest and fastest way to create geometric model of the object we wish to model. So what is strategy or what is modeling or planning is, it's a sequence of thought about best, easiest and fastest way to create geometric model. So see here, this is very important, what strategy you are following for creation of the part. That is again individual choice, but again to create certain complex component, if you create the base at which plane you are choosing, on that plane how you are building up the various model or various part you are adding, how various features you are adding, all are comes under this modeling strategy. It is a sequence of thoughts. So generally everything comes like creates in your thoughts first, and then you actually practice that in the by using 3D modeling software. So this modeling strategy is high level thought of what we need to do on CAD system. This strategy may be changed when we execute it. So once we execute it, it can be changed, but that strategy need to be defined. And if you remember, or if you know about our Make-A1 competition, we are giving, in mechanical engineering for this year we have missed that, but there is one competition we have created for all the students who are actually practicing this 3D modeling software. We gave them some complicated product, maybe physical product with solid model modeling concept with proper dimensioning, and we ask student to create that model. Whoever is creating that model in the fastest way and easiest way and using proper geometrical tolerances and all the features is the winner of that competition. So this is what is, and this competition is generally happens in production, in various other engineering colleges also. So what approach you are taking while creating the geometric model, and what are the methodology you are following, how the thought process you are building for creating that CAD system is very important. And this is basically the about modeling strategy. So you need to see this thing as very important modeling strategy. And in that there are few questions are there, how we are actually thinking for modeling, creating modeling strategy. Determine the model type and the subtype. So whatever the, you can consider any mechanical system, okay, in front of you, and then you need to determine the model type. So whether it is 2.5 dimensional model or 3D model, or within 2.5 dimensional type, whether it is extrusion, whether it is revolution, whether it is a component composite of two material. So you need to determine that model types and subtype. Observe geometrical characteristics of the model. So if the model is symmetric with respect to one plane or more. So when the object is in front of you, maybe a physical object, maybe a drawing of that particular object is there. So you need to check whether it is symmetrical about some axis or not. So as an engineer, we can construct that in a very like once we create the half part, we can actually mirror that particular part and create a full model. So you need to observe geometrical characteristics of the model. So this is a very important strategy that you need to follow. Third is choose model orientation in the 3D space. This is again very important. Most of the students are getting confused. Which plane we need to choose, top, front, or right? Why this is happens? See, this is like something at the time of exam, or even at the time of exam also, examiner come and check, and he placed control D. Control D is basically default orientation. And once that default orientation comes, whether the model that is created on the page is actually seen on the screen or not, that is actually, that orientation is actually that or not is checked by the examiner. Why it is actually looking for a model orientation? That if the model orientation is correct, means you have chosen the correct plane. And this has happened maybe. So there is no issue, you can choose top plane, you can choose front plane, you can choose right plane. But once you give the default orientation or standard orientation, and that part is not something that is actually on the paper, all the feature, all the things may be correct, but as only you don't have the proper orientation, your mark will be reduced. So this is the strategy you need to choose. Like whatever the part is created, it should be created on an appropriate plane. So that whatever, which plane you need to choose, you can decide when you actually practice more and more sketches and more parts. So this is important strategy you need to choose. Next is choose model origin, where the MCS origin located. So this is about the various coordinate systems and the profile systems. So you need to choose that. Decide on other geometrical details. Do we need geometrical modifiers to speed up the construction? What color and layer scheme do we need? So you can add more color and layer scheme. See, whatever I am discussing, it may be looking very theoretical, but this will only help us for you will let when you actually practicing this particular thing on a software, like which color you have chosen, which sketch, how you have created the sketch, what is the origin point you have chosen, and how the orientation is there when you finish your modeling. So all these things are there, is checked by the examiner. avoid unnecessary calculation. We can use a CAD system to perform geometrical calculation for us to save time. So these are the few strategies is offering us as a modeling strategy. So this is again a very important thing. All of you must be aware. This will be today, as today we are going to see the software we are using. So this thing with this strategy is very important, and you need to follow this strategy while creation of any solid model assigned to you. Maybe we are starting from the sketch, but when we go with the further as the part modeling, you need to choose all these things as a strategy. Okay, so this is the modeling thing. Next is, okay, so I have just created the next part is model viewing, but I think before that, whatever we have discussed, uh, uh, sir, can we float the question? In general, most popular modeling. So
Question
in
is on
general,
screen.
yeah, this question is on the screen. So up till now, we have discussed so many things. So which of the approaches for creation of solid model is used? Maybe it is parametric, maybe it is primitive, maybe it is feature-based modeling, or it is sketching. So this is you need to practice also. Okay. So yes, people, please vote. So I can see whether you are attentive or not. So this is a actually modeling approaches we generally in practice, and this is not here in the colleges, right? This is actually you need to ask or confirm with the professionals around you. Maybe the 3D software manufacturing, solid modeling, drafting and designing company, or who are using this software. You ask them which of the approaches you people are using for creation of solid model. Maybe it is parametric, or it is feature based, or it is primitive types, or it is sketching. So which mode you are using? So the correct answer, I think we'll wait for more 5 seconds. The percentage of voting is very slow, so this also consider you are not participating, or the attendance is very low in that sense. So this thing, the poll question is basically for your engagement and seeing where how much people voted. So if you not voted, we need to see that also, whether you are interesting, or whether you are taking part or not, whether you are attentive or not. So this doesn't work. Only 73% people out of the 100 plus students are attentive. So this doesn't work. Okay, so stop the poll. So the correct answer is the sketching mode or sketching approaches. So generally, as it is combination of all the feature, like parametric feature, feature, or primitive feature, all can be included in the sketching mode. So that is why the sketching approach is very popular in the industry. So when we are going to start with this particular 3D modeling software practice, the first thing is starting from the sketching mode only. Okay, so uh, one more question for whatever the discussion still now it happened. So can you, Professor Patil, can you just create that question for us?
Question on your screen.
So the question is, in the sketcher mode, standard cross section. Read the question properly and give the answer. So can you create the question for me?
Yes, sir. Created.
Okay. Uh, can you read it once for me? Like I am not having the full access. The sketcher mode
Yes.
standard.
Cross section cannot be used.
Yeah. So standard cross section cannot be used. So whether it is true or false, in the sketcher mode, standard cross section cannot be used. So This is very tricky question I have actually floated here. So yes, the 50-50 things are there. So what it means, people are attentive or people are not attentive. In sketcher mode, standard cross section. In the sketcher mode, standard cross section is, sir, what is the question? Can you just create? Because
In sketcher mode, standard cross section cannot be used.
Yeah. So tell me whether it is true or false. Standard cross section cannot be used. So the correct answer is, you can stop the voting, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. The correct answer is false. So false. In sketcher mode, standard cross section cannot be used. So it is not true. You can use standard cross section, or whether in sketcher mode you can use any kind of cross section. So there is no question about using standard cross section. Obviously, you can use a standard cross section. Okay. So this is the part. Now the last part of our unit is model
Sir,
viewing. Yeah.
sir, only
Yes.
5 minutes.
Okay. Only 5 minutes left. Okay.
So we
So
can
student, I
stop
am just
here.
okay. Then no problem. So student, the next part we'll discuss in the next lecture. But before that, this model viewing, these things are there. That we'll discuss in the next lecture, and also we'll see use of the solid modeling software in the next lecture. And also I'm going to create a class test, okay, on unit 1. Okay. So next lecture we'll be covering the model viewing things, and we'll create one class test online. Okay. So be ready for the next session. I'm going to unmute all of you right away. So if you have any question to ask on the things, you can ask. Okay, so yes, you can unmute yourself and you can ask if you want to ask something. Yes, unmute. You can speak. So hope everyone is clear about the thing that we have covered. The next lecture will be a final revision on the unit 1, and also we are going to create a class test. Okay, so yes, you can reply in the question things, whether you understood or not, what is happening at your end, or you have any question, you can put that question on the question things. We have any question anyone is having? Yes, students. So be ready for the next lecture, where we are going to cover the last part. Hello. We are going to cover last part, that is model viewing, VRLM and other approaches, and also we are going to conduct a class test. That will be online class test. I will float that test on your WhatsApp group. It will be a Google, Google based test. So you need to just we'll create the things, okay, in the next lecture. So thank you very much for your attention. The last part only remaining is basically model viewing. Okay. You have any question? I think no one is replying in the question tab. So I'm expecting few of you just, at least 1 or 2 questions. Also, I have shared the handouts in this, whatever the, PPT is created. It will find you in the handouts section of this. So you can download that also. Okay, student. So thank you very much for being here. The next lecture will be on Saturday. So on Saturday we'll finish out this unit, and also we'll have a small class test. Okay. So thank you very much. I am ending the session right now.